Hey everybody, this is Sam Cusick responding to the Chapter 10 and 8 Google Hangout discussion. I thought this discussion that the group brought up some really good points about organizational culture. Joseph demonstrated a great way that the leaders at his organization, which is Topgolf, created this culture. They did so from the beginning by demonstrating how they wanted their employees to behave from the moment they walked through the door for their job interview. I thought it was a great way to set that foundation to build a great company culture off of. One thing that I didn't understand was why they were doing so was Han's example of her company. She felt as though her leaders talked about having this culture that was fun, uplifting, and that kind of environment, but her leader's behavior comes off as rude and upset when he finds them doing so. I feel as though maybe this is a disconnect between what the leader wants and how it is coming across to the employees. Maybe he feels like his employees are kind of taking advantage of this culture he's trying to create and they're going too far. Really, it's this communication problem that they have, which they need to figure out because, as she stated, it's obviously affecting the company as a whole. Melissa also gave a good example about her work at Starbucks and how she feels as if her coworkers kind of take advantage of this easygoing culture for their own personal gain. By instead of focusing on this culture that Starbucks wants them to have, they focus on this numbers game because it's really Starbucks puts forth this kind of culture of being a customer person, but they promote based off numbers. This I kind of feel as though is the hardest thing as a leader to accomplish, is this balance between culture, productivity, this balance between having too much room to behave and being too structured. I think it all kind of boils down to hiring the right people to fit within your organization. I have worked at a couple of very different companies with very different organizational cultures. One was a construction company and the other was a tour production company. The construction company was a very straightforward place. When you got there, you went into work. There was no games, no catering, no team activities. It was not a fun environment to work in. It's pretty much a quiet, boring office. For most people, this would sound like a horrible place, but the people there loved it. I feel as though this is because of this lifelong construction crew of these big, manly men, and this environment fits their personality. They like to get in, get out, and get on with their lives. On the opposite end is this tour production company. There's always games and activities, a lot of goofing off, and the office looks like you'd see at a Google headquarters. The construction people would hate it here, but because these people are entertainers, it's fun, it's their personality, it works, and so this company culture works. And I think a lot of these company cultures are modeled after, the leaders, the founders of the company. And I think they can kind of change this based off of, what they demonstrate themselves to the rest of the company, and through, hiring the right kind of people that will replicate and display the kind of culture they want to have.